All right, here at ICAST 2024, and I stopped here at Z-Man Fishing Products, and I'm with a good friend of mine, Jose Chavez. He's our lure design guy here. I mean, he comes up with some incredible ideas, and then the creations that come from those crazy ideas that he has actually catch a ton of fish. He's a very skilled angler. I want him to tell you guys all about the brand new Prawn Star and a few other baits that you have not even seen yet. Check this out. Prawn Star.
All right, so this is our new Prawn Star. We have it in 3.5 inches and 5 inches. So it's an extremely realistic representation of a shrimp that has lifelike legs and antenna, and also a molded in weighted slot. So this belly weight is going to help this shrimp sink horizontally like it naturally does in the water column. So whether you're fishing it on a flat, bouncing some potholes, or just casting it up current and sweeping it through, it's going to give you that nice natural horizontal presentation every time. We got it available in a variety of different colors that look really good, and I think it's going to be a great tool for everybody in saltwater looking to catch some fish.
All right, so we're going to move on. A lot of our fans are in the Texas market, and a bait that has been in development, I think Captain, is it Ernesto
Cisneros in Texas.
Cisneros has come up with this bait, and it's kind of, it looks like a crossover between a chatter spike and a ball tail bait.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool looking bait.
Yeah, it's almost like a fluke, chatter spike, and ball tail bait had a baby. And it's one of the most surprising projects to me. When I was, we were developing it, it was intended for the Texas market, but when you see this thing in the water, it has this really subtle tail wagging. What's unique out of it, because of the ball shape, the erratic tail wag can happen in any direction.
It almost goes in a circle. I was watching it in the tank here a moment ago, and I couldn't believe how lifelike it looks. And for the last year, we've been working with the chatter spike, using it as a skip bait and as a kind of a side-to-side walking bait, trying to make it more than a trailer. And by adding the ball tail, you guys have got it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's got those pyramidal appendages, so if you get the chance to see it in the tank, any sort of slight movement transfers energy really effectively to the tail, and it's very crisp, lifelike in its movement.
And you guys have got the great colors of that as well. There's one more thing I want you to reveal to everyone, and that is these new Trout Eye X. You've got to see these new Trout Eye X's. They have one redeeming quality, other than you guys got some really good colors now, and that is
the new hook.
The new hook.
So we have this new hook by Mustad. It's got the Alpha Point hook. So the Alpha Point hook is basically, it's a hook that has a couple different tapers, and it protects the hook point and keeps it from rolling, but also lets you have really good penetration when you set the hook. The other nice thing about this hook, it's a really heavy duty hook, so you're going to be able to catch a lot of fish with it and keep up with the durability of our plastic. But in saltwater, a lot of times our plastic outlasts the hooks. And this hook has 1,000 hours corrosion resistant. So it's extremely corrosion resistant, and it's going to be able to keep up with the plastic that you're using.
So I mean, that's exponentially greater than a normal black nickel hook that you would just buy off any rack.
Which is that's closer to 50 hours of corrosion resistance. So it's like a 20x improvement in corrosion resistance.
20x improvement.
Yeah,
you get your money's worth right here.
Absolutely.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed our little stop here at Z-Man Fishing. Jose, as always, you're a pro.
It was a pleasure.
Appreciate it, man. Here at ICAST 2024, once again, I've stopped by the Power Pole booth. I'm hooking up with an old friend of mine, Brandon Franklin. And this is something that a lot of the market has asked for a long time. We've had the Power Pole move now for a couple of, 2 years?
Yeah,
almost 2 years. But the one thing we have lacked is shaft length.
That's right.
So let's talk shaft length. How is this going to change the game for all the bigger center console guys?
Well, we took the same technology that the current Power Pole move has and just put it into a longer shaft. We knew the motor, we knew the thrust, we knew everything about the current move could handle any size boat. We just missed the shaft. So we spent a lot of time on the shaft. We knew that if we made a really rigid shaft, got rid of any bit of flex, no matter what size boat you put that on.
So you have a cross section here that you can show us how you guys thickened the wall of the shaft and reinforced it with, what is this material?
Carbon fiber.
carbon fiber, so really no weight there, just strength. Just strength.
What this ends up giving you is, instead of a motor with shaft flex pointing
like the plastic shafts that are out there today.
Yep. You get a straight horizontal pull on the front of that
So
boat.
much more efficient, lower speeds, longer battery life. What are the shaft lengths that are available? Because that one there looks like basketball goal height. It's crazy.
It's almost there. It's the longest shaft in the industry, 110 inches.
110 inches.
96.
You hear that, Freeman guys? 110 inches. 96 and
84.
And the 84. 84, 96, and 110. Hey, they don't call you Power Pole for nothing.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. All right, here with Jim McGowan, longtime teacher here at Raymarine. I mean, I've learned more about my Raymarine multifunctional displays over the last 15 years from nobody but you. You have definitely helped me out. I've got some troubleshooting guys like Braden and like Maddie, but you are definitely the guy that I go to Raymarine YouTube and I learn from. But we've got an incredible opportunity that has came to light now with the integration between the Power Pole Move and the Raymarine displays. And this is going to give you the ability to control your move from the display. And there are so many ways to do it. I'm going to let you talk a little bit about some of the basics and then maybe a few advanced features that we have.
Sure, yeah. It's a really cool integration, and we're really excited to have Power Pole on board with us. And it couldn't really be any easier to use it or find it on the system. It pulls right out from the side here in the sidebar. So here's your trolling motor controls.
Right.
Right now we're in a basic manual control mode, so you can press the motor left or right. See it automatically pivots for us.
And I mean, there's no delay.
No.
I mean, it's real time.
It's instant. Yep.
Instant.
Control your propeller speed. You can turn the propeller off if you want to.
That's right, with the little toggle there.
But in addition to the manual mode, just by touching these little three dots, we have anchoring mode. We can hold a heading.
Yep.
We can hold a course open around. And it's even got navigation mode, so you can follow to a waypoint or follow a route.
Okay. So you could make a route along this contour edge right here.
Yes.
And then the trolling motor basically will follow the route because it's talking to the internal GPS here.
Exactly.
It's working with the head there.
Exactly.
Now that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So could you touch the points here and just line them up?
You could, yeah. It's really as simple as just long press your finger on the chart here.
Okay.
And then say build a route.
Okay.
And I'm just going to follow the contour that I want to follow. When I'm done, I say finish. And we're in the convention center, but in the real world, it would actually ask me if I want to follow it with my trolling motor.
So you follow it, and then the trolling motor would take that exact course.
Exactly.
How cool would that be if you're on a flat, you're way up on the hill, let's just say in Flamingo, Everglades National Park, and you needed to get to a little channel, a little run out where you could get out of there because of storm. You could literally plot your course to that spot to jump up, and while that's going on, you could be getting rain gear out, putting things away, stowing everything, making sure everyone's got their life jackets on, put your clip on, and by the time all that happens, you're there.
You're there.
You're ready to jump up and go. Pretty cool. Appreciate you showing us around.
You're welcome.
I think the Raymarine and Power Pole integration is going to be a big winner at this ICAST. FlatsClass YouTube, Captain CA here, and we're in the RecCom Outdoors booth, and I'm talking to Steve Grant here with Diamond Fishing Braid, Diamond Lines. I want to talk a little bit about the presentation fluorocarbon. This is Generation 2. Tell me some of the benefits and features of the Generation 2 and some of the quantities and stuff that you have, pound tens.
Well, the really nice thing about the presentation is it's kind of like a combination of formulas. So you get good abrasion, it's still quite flexible, so it does really well in a knot. And we do offer a wide array of pound tests, and we do have a couple of different colors. So really popular, especially in clear water. We sell quite a bit of pink. Okay, it does help the line disappear a little bit better, especially in those crystal clear waters. And we do offer clear as well. Your pound test range is going to be from 10 pound all the way to 180 pound tests. And we have several spool size options. So depending on how much you need, we do 25 yard spools, 100 yard spools, 500 yard spools. And again, in the larger coils, we do 100 to 180 pound in a coil to help reduce the memory. That way the leader will lay flat and not have all that curl to it.
Awesome. You heard it here first. Presentation 2, Generation 2 is going to be available to all of you in Retailers Win.
Going to be the end of September, beginning of October.
Nice. Love it. All right, FlatsClass YouTube, back here with Steve at Retcom Outdoors. Diamond also is very well known for their braids, just not monofilament, just not fluorocarbon, but their braids. And you guys have a brand new braid this year. This is the micro braid, the Apex braid that is up for an award in the new product showcase. So, tell us a little bit about it, because I know you got 3 colors and you got a bunch of sizes here, so go at it, Steve.
All right, so super exciting about launching the micro Apex braid. This is going to be one of the absolute thinnest diameter braids on the market, and they are all pound test are a true 8 carrier braid. We do all the way down to 6 pound test, which is a first for us. So we do 6, 8, 10, 15, 20, and 30 pound tests in 3 colors. We do a nice dark overcast gray, a high-vis yellow, and a dark green. So right now, the only spool option that we have available is 300 yards. Okay, we are working on making a bulk one, but we're starting off with our 300 yards. We're really excited about this.
Steve, I can tell you, I've been testing this for Steve and Eddie here at Diamond, and it has been unbelievable when we've been testing it. I've been able to throw Ned rigs further than I've ever been able to launch them in the past. The sensitivity, it is less affected by wind in your cast. It has less sonic noise in the water with current because the braid is so thin, so sensitive, and it's invisible to the fish. If there's ever been a time in the braid market where you need a line to be invisible and act almost like a fluorocarbon line, this is it right here. The micro braid, the Apex micro braid. I hope you guys win the award.
I hope so too, man. I appreciate all your help.
I think you got a real shot at it. All right, FlatsClass YouTube. Now we've made our way here to the Retcom Outdoors booth. These are brands that you know and have trusted for years. Diamond Fishing Braid, Momoy line. And in the Momoy lineup this year, we have something a little different. We've got a castable fluorocarbon. I'm going to let Ryan Snyder break it down for you. But it's something I'm finding that works great on those spooky redfish, those big trout, and especially those sneaky snook that do not like to hit that braided line. This is the answer. Give it to them.
All right, guys. So this fluorocarbon is manufactured in Japan by Momoy. It's a very soft and abrasion-resistant fluorocarbon. So the softness is going to allow you to cast better and reduce the amount of memory that the line has. It's going to be available at 6, 8, 10, 12, or I'm sorry, not 12, 6, 8, 10, 15, 17, and 20 pound tests to start. And we're going to add a few more pounds down the line here. It's been incredible. I know CA loves it, like he was saying, for his trout, his snook fishing in crystal clear water. And it's going to be a little bit of a game changer out there.
Great abrasion resistance, great knot strength, invisible, gets to the fish quick. Momoy SoFlex. You guys are going to want to try this. You're going to experiment with it. Trust me. When I say this, I'm using it. I'm using this stuff. I used it all winter long. I was really shocked on how effective it was. All right. Back here in the Fitzgerald fishing booth here at ICAST 2024, Trevor's gonna let you know about a brand new release in the Aquafin. This is the Aquafin series. This is a series that's very popular here on FlatsClass YouTube. You see me use the rods a lot. This medium light action rod, I'm gonna let you take it away. I know you know all the references, and then I'll tell you guys how I'm using it.
So again, this is in our Aquafin series, and we've offered a 7.6 medium light in the Aquafin series ever since the inception of the Aquafin. We had a lot of guys and a lot of tackle stores request a 7-foot medium light.
Okay.
There's a big trend right now with finesse redfishing. You know, guys want to throw Ned rigs or little small, like little tiny baits and stuff, which it's totally. I mean, it's so fun. You know, when you hook a big slot redfish on a rod this soft. You know, and since it's in our Aquafin series, it's got the True Action technology from Fitzgerald, which means when we say it's a fast action rod, I mean, look at that tip. You know,
Yeah,
it's nice.
shuts off very fast.
Yeah, it's nice and fast. It's crisp. You can throw a little bait a long way. Yeah,
a long
absolutely.
way. So I use this setup in my fishing, mostly for Ned rig fishing. I also use it with the Bugs bucktail jigs. Works fantastic for that. If you're throwing small like mini deans or mirror glass minnows, all of those baits work extremely well with this rod. This is the type of rod that's balanced to throw the lighter baits, but has that quick responsive action to give you a good quick hook set, good hook penetration, and it's quite the fish biting tool once the big fish is on the line.
Absolutely. Yeah, 7-foot medium light in the Aquafin series, and you guys can ask for them at your local tackle stores. They're available now.
Yep. Hey guys, we're here in the Aquatraction booth at ICAST 2024, and I'm here with my friend Brandon Woods. He just wrapped up doing all the work on my personal Hellspay Professional. Looks fantastic. He hooked me up with Musa Marine as well to do a cover for it. I'll have that in another video, but now I'm looking here in the booth, and you guys are doing even bass boats now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop there. What else do you guys do?
We do hot tubs, side-by-side, golf carts, anything that gets wet and you need traction on, it's great.
Truck beds?
Truck beds, we've done truck beds. It's really versatile. It works on so many different applications. And then on these bass boats, they're moving away from carpet, and this is a much better solution.
Oh, it's incredible. If you guys are not familiar with Aquatraction Advanced Marine Flooring, you should check it out, because I'm honestly telling you, this is the easiest stuff to keep clean and maintain. Color retention is unbelievable. It's safe. In fact, I would never not own a vessel now without Aquatraction on it, for the mere fact that it's great on the wear and tear on my rods and reels. I don't have that issue. I don't have anyone slipping. I just really believe in the product. It's amazing. You guys have sold me on this.
The best part is great on your knees and your back.
It is, yeah. Even reaching over to grab a tarpon or a snook or release a fish, it's like you're not on non-skid anymore. You're on nice, cushy Aquatraction. It's awesome stuff. So, if you ever have a need in the future, this is not a sales pitch. This is something I want you to investigate. And you're thinking about putting some type of marine pad in your boat, and you've heard nightmarish stories about other brands, it is not Aquatraction. This stuff we have tortured and used and tried to stain with everything from oil to fish blood to wood stain, and it will not stain. You can clean all of that up with a pressure washer. So if you're even remotely thinking about it, you need to come talk to Brandon Woods at Aquatraction. Good morning, everyone, here at ICAST 2024, and I'm with Smith Optics Marketing Director, Global Marketing Director, Thomas Edgar. He's going to reveal to us some of the current items that are very popular with our genre, inshore fishing. He's also going to touch a little bit on what's coming up, and then you got something special to share with us. So I'm not going to steal any of his thunder. I'm going to let Thomas kind of break it down for us.
Hey guys, so yeah, we're out here at the moment. We obviously have our broad-reaching fishing range, but of course we also extend into outdoor and lifestyle as well. So we've got a fair bit on show out here at the moment at ICAST, but mostly at the moment it's through our core fishing range, which ranges through our key favourite of the guide's choice, which is your full 8-base wrap style frame, and then it moves into some different variable shapes that are either a bit square or a bit rounder, depending on what your flavour is of style as well. And then we also still have some more feminine styling and shapes too. So through that, we have some items here where you can see there's some more cat-eye shape to it, and the shoal here. So they come in a lot of different variable lenses as well. So that's a lot of what we've got on display at the moment that everyone's coming in to check out. But there's also some growth in what our traditional fishing range is becoming through some of our outdoor range has been retooled to have glass polarized lenses put into them. So rather than being your more traditional full wrap style, we've had some of the items like these ones here, the Venture, which this is all detooled without pieces on it that's been taken off, where they have side shields and different components to it. And this has been developed from a mountaineering eyewear piece and then has come to be loved in the fishing space once they've been tooled in with the correct lenses for the space. Outside of all these as well, a key real hero piece is our ChromaPop glass polychromic lens technology that we brought through this year. So this is a first to market lens technology where it has the glass lens, it's a polarized lens with a photochromatic light adjusting tint within the lens itself.
but it's the first time it's actually been amplified with the color and contrast enhancing lens technology that we have, and ours is ChromaPop. So what that does, it helps pull apart the red, blues and greens and give you better contrast and clarity, so you can see through the water much sharper and clearer and define the colours of what you see. So that there's been hugely well received within the space for everybody. So this comes in 2 different lens types, so it has a yellow base with a blue mirror, but then also a brown base with a green mirror, and obviously the brown base with the green mirror is much better in that inshore fishing space. So yeah, it's been a really interesting one to see how everyone takes it on, but everyone's been loving it.
I'll tell you what, you've sold me just talking about it. You hit every feature that would be important to someone like me that enjoys inshore fishing. So I'm going to definitely get a pair of those before I leave the show. Thank you so much, Thomas.
No worries.
I appreciate you, my man.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, Captain CA here. I'm still at ICAST 2024. I'm in the MirrOLure booth, and I'm with my good friend, Eric Bachman. Now, you've got something pretty interesting this year. You've done something with the little devil that's going to change the game. What have you done?
We did. Under the Paul Brown lineup, Paul Brown came out with a devil. And the devil had a treble hook that hung from the belly of the bait. So what we've decided to do is remove the hook, and we added a nice slot to it so you could rig it with a keel weight or a weighted, keel weight or a heavy worm hook or even a jig head. And so you got a little weedless application, if you will.
Which is going to come pretty handy with all the vegetable matter that's on top of the surface in the summertime. You'd be able to work this right over the top, almost like a top water, just barely a subsurface style bait.
With slight little twitches, the bait's basically going to dart from side to side, and through testing, we've caught a lot of nice fish with it.
And got some really cool colors. I mean, some really good colors in this new thing, the Devil Blank. So when is this going to be available for everybody?
We're going to start shipping probably about a month and a half from now.
Well, we're going to have it for this fall.
Absolutely.
Hey,
we'll get some in your hands first.
I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that.
Appreciate
Come
it.
check out MirrOLure, the new Devil Blank. You're going to want to fish these. All right, guys, we're here at the 2024 ICAST show. I'm in one of my favorite booths because I'm kind of a tackle nerd, kind of a storage nerd. I've gotten so much of this stuff, and one of the brands that has just been meteoric in this business, really you guys have blown up the tackle storage business, is Buzby. Now you've got some new stuff this year, but you added some stuff at the end of last year at the Bassmaster Classic and stuff that's pretty cool. So I'm going to let you tell the audience, what have we done here now?
So new for ICAST 2024 is the new Quick Cube Breeze. So these other Quick Cubes are the weatherproof options. So now we're offering a breathable option. So it has this mesh material on the front and on the back, so you can see through it. But it's offering you a weatherproof. We're offering a breathable option. So you can either spray it off with water, or if it gets wet, you can actually let everything air out and dry out. And once again, this is more of an economy line. The weatherproof option is, I believe, $33 retail. These come in at $19 retail. So it's a really good item to kind of test your, to really test Buzby out. So, and then moving around in the booth, we're actually going to come check out the new reel covers, the new spinning reel covers, which are awesome.
So this is something new. This is something that you and I talked about probably about 6 or 8 months ago, and you're like, I'm already on it. I'm already on it. And wow, I'm impressed. It actually is something that, well, I'm not going to steal the thunder. I'm going to let you tell me.
100%. Yeah. So I talked to you a couple months ago, and really have been liking the rod covers. And you're like, man, I wish we had a reel cover that matched. And so we definitely listened. We just released this brand new reel cover at ICAST. We actually have a patent pending on this really cool feature of it, that you can actually have your rod and reel rigged up with a bait on it. And if that line is on the far side of your bail, with other reel covers, you're not able to actually put it on. But with this one, doing our patent pending fishing line slot here, you have the piece of Velcro, so it actually wraps around that fishing line slot. So it'll go around the reel. You can see where the rod would be right here. Latch on, and then you can actually put this extra piece of Velcro around the line, so it secures on there. So you're ready to roll. You have everything rigged up,
and no little snags, no problem at all. It's genius. It's actually genius. And you've matched them to all the rod cover sleeves. So now we've got something. Well, you want to be color coordinated. kind of like that shirt, those breeches. You got it.
Exactly. Color coordinated, and also with Buzby, we always like to put these Velcro labels on everything. So you can either put a label on there, so you don't have to actually take the reel cover off to know what you have.
Right. You know if it's a 3,000, a 4,000. If this is a 300 size casting reel, a 400 size casting reel, it's great.
Exactly.
Yeah, awesome.
So that's the new reel coverage by Buzby. Next product is the foam.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yep. But this is the new foam inserts. So this will be available in the next couple months. But it actually goes inside the bins here. And as you can see, it's just some slotted foams.
Are they only going to be in this 4x4 size, or are you going to have different ones, or can we cut these and put them into smaller boxes like the 2x4s and things like that?
You probably can cut them, but we are designing them as a 2x2 and a 2x3, so it kind of gives you a little variety of sizes, so you can
mix and match in there.
Mix and match. What's awesome is it is a bin, right? So it either goes in pretty much every single box, right? So you can either use it with the 8, the 15, or the 28.
So it's universal.
All universal. With all Buzby products, it's all a system. It all works together.
Nice. Now, I'm getting ready to go to Louisiana, your home state, and I'm packing with what I call your version of American Tourister, and that's the Hive colony stuff. So let's go look at those hives.
100%. Yeah, no, the hives are definitely awesome gear cases. Yeah, let's check those out.
All right, by far and away, I think this is one of the coolest additions that you ever made. And when these Hive boxes came out, not only are they organizing my shop, but when I travel on the road and go somewhere, I'm utilizing these things to bring extra tackle with me because it doesn't slide around, it doesn't get lost. I even use some of them in the bigger hatches of my boat to store safety gear and things like that. My wife steals one every once in a while to put snacks and things like that for when we're going somewhere on the paddleboard so that they don't get wet. So we found a lot of uses for these boxes. But again, I want you to show us how all of this really ties together with your modular system.
100%. This is actually out of every Buzby product we have, this is my #1 favorite product, the Hive box. So the Hive box, we really concentrated on 3 pillars. The 3 Buzby pillars are durability, customization, and protection of your tackle. So super durable. Example, the lid is made from a polycarbonate, same material as bulletproof glass. Bottom is a high-impact polypropylene, so extremely durable. Customization aspect is we have these divider systems, so all other tubs are just open, right?
That's right.
Didn't make sense. We wanted to actually be able to customize it exactly how you want. So we added these dividers in. You can really customize it inside however you want. The protection of your tackle with these waterproof and airtight seals. Another really cool feature is this hinged lid. So what's cool is it hinges from the back, or you can actually hinge it from the front as well. Both sides hinge, or you can actually just remove the lid completely. So very, very versatile product. Designed specifically to hold the 3700 size boxes, which is our Colony 28s, or the Colony 15s if you throw a divider right here in the middle. So it holds the Colony 28s. You can also put a bonus box on top, or some deep boxes over here as well. It is super versatile, holds boxes and quick cubes. So
you'd be proud of me. Getting ready to go to Louisiana, I have about 6 or 7 of these all stacked up, ready to load the truck as soon as I get home. Cannot thank you enough.
I appreciate you
for all your support for the show, for the channel. And if you haven't checked out Buzby yet, I guarantee if you do, you'll be hooked on them just like me. All right, Captain C.A. Richardson here. We're at ICAST 2024. I'm in my absolute favorite booth in the entire show, and I know I'm making him blush right now because yesterday was his birthday. But this is Bates Fishing Company. This is the one company that everyone has been talking about in the show. And the reason why, we make the best reels in the business, bar none. And they're made out of bar stock aluminum, high grade aircraft aluminum. So without stealing too much of your talking points, I'm gonna let you talk a little bit, Chris, about the new swim bait reel, the new Salty Hundo. And then this one, I'm going to let you really go into this one because this is kind of a niche-y reel.
Sure. Yeah, so let's start with the Salty Hundo. So this is, if you guys are tuning in to Captain CA's programs, this is going to be the reel that plays the most versatile in y'all's space on the Texas inshore. So last year we released the Hundo reel, which is a 100 size frame, so pretty small, weighed about 5 ounces. This year we beefed it up specifically for the salt. And so the way that we did that is we threw some ceramic bearings inside and also changed the gear set out to have a brass gear set. And so, just super anti-corrosive reel, extremely versatile in what it affords you in terms of lure weights and presentations. Does really well on the inshore, still has about 15 pounds of drag. So still got some muscle and some backbone to it.
For strength, for sure. And honestly, even the hundo, aside from the salty hundo, is marine grade tough too. But this one here with the brass gear set and the ceramic bearings, well, that brings anti-corrosion to a whole new level.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then moving on, we've got the Goat Swim. So this is a revision of a couple of our 150 size reels that we made in prior years. But what we did to this reel is we really increased the spool capacity a lot, and then we gave it these big old cranking knobs on a custom milled crank arm, and so we really designed this reel for guys that are throwing big glide baits, big swim baits, but in other applications, if you're just targeting larger fish in general. So big bull reds, if you're getting into some snook, maybe some baby tarpon,
maybe some medium-sized tarpon, big Jack Crevalle.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this reel is going to have about 24 pounds of drag at your disposal.
Wow.
So just a beefed up, super solid, kind of just classic.
Kind of the goat on steroids.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Now this one intrigues me because this is a special space where it's going to let you throw Ned rigs, where it's going to let you throw small little hair jigs, those little tiny crankbaits, mirror glass, mini deans, all that little stuff. You're going to be able to throw on this, and you're going to be able to throw it very well. We never were able to throw those on bait casters before, but break it down for us. Let us know what we got here.
Sure. So I'm going to give you some specs, and then Captain, I'll let you kind of break down how it applies to your marine environment. I'm a trout bum, and so I found a special place for this reel in my waters up in Arkansas. But what we really were trying to go after, the whole BFS market, bass fishing, and really just finesse fishing in general. So many waters are pressured in ways that they've never been. Fish are behaving differently, and so we just wanted to make a casting reel that would play into that game and help outfit those anglers that are really trying to dial in finesse presentations to fish wherever they're at. So we took the hundo reel, just like we did with the salty hundo, took the main hundo and just kind of redesigned it, reshaped it, reconfigured it for finesse fishing. So a shallower skeletonized spool that gives you less line capacity, but it also allows you to be able to cast smaller lures further. And then we also recalibrated our matrix braking system to really just allow the bearings inside of the reel to really just take off. And so, man, this thing chunks and it flies. Like I'm fishing not your trout. I'm fishing the slimy speckled trout that fill the rivers up in Arkansas, and I'm throwing 20th, 32nd of an ounce kind of stuff. And just wearing fish out up there. But I'd love to know more about how you guys
32nd of an ounce.
It's wild, dude.
One of my guys at FlatsClass University said that he tested this reel while you guys were outside on Tuesday here at the show, and he threw a bare jig head that was like an 1/8 ounce, and he was able to throw all the line off the reel. That's how far it would cast. So if you want a Ned rig fish, if you want a power finesse fish for redfish, spooky redfish in clear water, you're going to want to check this reel out. It's not a BFS reel, it's an LTS reel, and it's marine grade. Check it out. Hey, if you haven't explored the possibility of getting a baits reel, once you do, you'll pull more than one, I guarantee it. All right, guys, Captain CA here at the 2024 ICAST show. I came over to Hells Bay Boat Works, and who do I run into? I run into Paul Payne of Power Pucks. If you haven't heard about Power Pucks, it's an electrified quick release plate for your trolling motor. Now, I have one on both of my boats, but I'm not gonna get too far ahead of myself. I'm going to let Paul talk a little bit about the advantages of having that type of quick release plate instead of having a cord run across your deck. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, CA, our whole life, we've seen trolling motors, and we've got used to seeing floods and cords and floods, making a mess of the deck, and the options just aren't pleasant. And you just kind of learn how to put your blinders on, not look at it, try not to step on it, try not to trip on it. It's a safety hazard. everything's wrong with it. Those days are gone. It's time to cut the cord, eliminate the cords, the plugs. The plugs are hidden away inside. You set the trolling motor on the boat, it plugs itself into the battery. You don't see no wires, you got nothing to step on, nothing to catch the fishing line on. I mean,
not only is it a safety factor, it's a corrosion issue. So you eliminate 2 more points of corrosion by having this. I literally have had not one corrosion issue in 2 years, and I'm in a skiff that sees a lot of seawater every season.
Yeah.
And I can never say that in the prior 27 seasons before that where I've had issues. So to me, Power Bucks, it's a safety issue, it's a corrosion issue that's solved, and let's face it, it looks a hell of a lot better. So I'm a Power Bucks fan.
It's even been longer. It's been over 5 years now. This thing is reliable and ready when you are. Just go fishing. You can worry about other things, but you don't need to worry about Power Bucks.
How do they check it out? PWRPUX.com.
PWRPUX.com. Check it out and learn more.
All right, we're here at ICAST 2024, and I stopped by one of my favorite booths. I know I've said that several times today, but it's the Yeti booth. And when you're in the Yeti booth, you don't know who you're going to run into. We've already run into several celebrities here, but one that you know from Captains for Clean Water is Captain Denny Blanco. He has been one of our best vanguards of the Everglades, and he's here to announce a giveaway that we're doing with Hells Bay Boatworks and Orbis and some other partners. And I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about this Hells Bay Professional that you can buy a raffle ticket for.
Thanks for having me, Steve. This is the brand new 2024 Captains for Clean Water raffle skiff. It is a 17.8 Hells Bay Professional, which is the boat I run every single day in the Glades in Biscayne National Park. It's outfitted with a Mercury Racing 60R, a power bowl, a 22-foot stiffy, and all the extras with C-Deck and Simrad in the actual console. This year comes with an epic Orvis package, 4 Helios rods, which is insane. I mean, the brand new, latest and greatest
from them.
The Yeti package is ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what you're gonna do with all those coolers and the chair. And
you're gonna have a lot of friends over.
But this skiff could be yours. The raffle is open now. Our first day was yesterday. It was a great opening day. The way you can do that is by going to captainscleanwater.org and or scanning the barcode or going below and clicking the link, and you can enter to win. You can enter as many times as you want. As a matter of fact, enter as many times as you can and share with your friends, because this is how we fund everything we do. When we go to Tallahassee, when we educate the general public, when we educate guys and get them involved, this is how we fund it. So please share, please spend as much as you possibly can, and if you're lucky, this boat will be yours at the end of the year.
It's a no-brainer. You gotta do this. Well, that's a wrap for the 2024 ICAST show. I hope you guys enjoyed all the booths we visited, and we'll be sure to put a lot of these clips on shorts as well. So for those of you that couldn't make it to the ICAST show, I think we brought it to you here on YouTube.